Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Shirts in Time. I'm going to apologise straight off the bat. My voice is a bit iffy from yesterday. Dan, how are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. Not bad. I think we had a thoroughly winning weekend, don't you, mate?
Oh, what was the Portsmouth score?
Oh, we just went out to Peterborough and snuck a little 1-0 win. So 9 points clear of third place now.
Oh, there we go. You know how weird
Winners
that
and
is to
grinners.
me hearing you say, "Oh, we went up to Peterborough." That's fucking. I have to travel. My girlfriend's family, some of their family lives near around that area, and I have to travel three
Really?
hours down there. So here you say you have to travel up. That's awful.
Right. And you think that's travelling down? Sampdoria went to Bari, which is the furthest away game I think in the league calendar. And well, not the furthest distance. I think Südtirol to Bari is the furthest, but it's Sampdoria's furthest away. And in a really cracking fixture, Patrick Kasami snuck up in the 87th minute to win and take Sampdoria up to seventh place in the league and into one of the last playoff spots. So all round, it's a good weekend. And you saw old Klopp get knocked off his perch at the weekend, didn't you?
Oh, it was beautiful. Just quick, is that Kasami that used to play for Fulham?
That's the same one who
Who
used to
scored? Who
be
scored that goal at Selhurst Park?
that goal at Selhurst Park and went out with that pussycat doll as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Which pussycat doll?
Yeah, Scherzinger. He was the
He's.
Lewis Hamilton rebound, mate. Off the tile wall,
I
straight into
mean,
Craven Cottage.
yeah, I don't think you're going to complain about being the rebound there. What? That's a hat trick, isn't it? Plays for
That's it.
Sampdoria. Nicole Scherzinger,
Scherzinger.
and probably one of the best ever goals in the Premier League. What a fucking career!
That's it. He could dine out on that for life. And I'll tell you what, mate. When he turned up in the summer on a free transfer, I think he had been dining out on it for life.
if we went to him, right, that goal against Crystal Palace, Nicole Scherzinger are playing for Sampdoria. You have to keep one, sell one, and bin one off. Which one do you think? What? I'll put your Sampdoria glasses down when you're answering this. Take them off. What order is he doing that in?
Oh, mate, I've got to be honest. It's Scherzinger. Is she irritating? I don't know. Very smiley, very positive outlook on life. But
Maybe
scoring a
too
good goal
positive.
for Fulham. I mean, that's one of Fulham's greatest ever moments. Do you know what I mean? You got Michael Jackson statue.
Yeah.
You've got Pizza Hut shirts and Kasami's goal.
Oh, Pizza Hut shirts.
So that's probably the best footballing moment. I think Fulham did they win the FA Cup? I got to the FA Cup. It was like a Bobby Moore West Ham job in like was it 74? Showing my inexperience of anything pre 1980 there, but
Your Fulham knowledge is embarrassing.
yeah, but it's bad if like a club's best things are a statue of Michael Jackson and a shirt sponsor. Do you know what I mean? That's bad news, isn't it?
I don't know. I think I'd trade in United's '99 treble for Kasami playing for your Pizza Hut sponsoring the Jackson statue. I think that's a close. That's a close toss up, you
Celebrates by pulling out a sequined glove,
know.
just snapping it up into the air like
And then
proper.
that glove picks up a slice of pizza.
Pulls the box out, slice of pizza. Oh no, that would be something to see. I'd pay. Oh no, that'd be great. If there's any like pro footballers out there who stumble upon this, if you can literally do a celebration that involves even the fake lifting of a pizza lid and the like almost the mime, the acting of putting on a glove, lifting the box up and having a slice, if you can simulate that alone. I mean, or the other option is going down. Do you remember the time the guy scored, ran to the corner flag and pulled a Mars bar out of his sock and started eating it? You ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
that one?
yeah, yeah.
Yep, that's the other option, mate. So I'll take either of those. So if someone wants to do a tribute to Patrick Kasami and Fulham, like that's like the Fulham, I don't know, Holy Trinity
And if you want,
celebration, we'll call it.
Add some sparkle dust to it. Whilst that you're pretending to eat said slice of pizza, you can moonwalk or touch kids. Either or. Preferably the first. Preferably the first one, but
I mean, chucking a couple of little high fives out there to the crowd, that's all right. But was hand to hand touching in an instant, and beyond that, nonce. No,
invite the supporters to stay in your bed. But obviously, that is all.
yeah, that's it. I mean, admittedly, if someone asked like John Westwood at Pompey, do you want to? One of the players said, do you want to have a sleepover? He would definitely say yes, and he would be a cuddler. But
Anyway,
just be
back
like,
to United.
yeah,
United knocking Klopp off the perch. Yeah, mate. I don't
so
want to go
tired.
on about it for too long. Weirdly, because I could be here for 2 hours. I'm knackered. I've never been to a game or watched a game that has drained me like that. Not that I can think of the top of my
Yeah,
head.
I was gonna say, mate. I mean, this is eyewitness account. This is fall of the Berlin Wall. You know, VE Day, Man on the Moon, 4-3 Old Trafford in the cup. I mean, not necessarily in that order. Talk us through it, mate. Talk us through the range. Let's say half time comes along. How are you at half time?
I looked at the clock. I was sat below with Liverpool fans, but I looked at the clock. I was in scoreboard end, and looked over at the Stretford end in the scoreboard in the corner. I went 43rd minute. I went, just make it to half time. Oh no, concede 2 goals just before half time. Oh right, okay. I personally wouldn't have gone for that, but each to their own, each to their own. And I thought my mate was sat a few rows behind me, and I went to him as I was going in for a piss. He's saying we need to score early, otherwise it's curtains basically. Obviously, he chose to ignore that advice as well. And Anthony, right foot in the 88th minute. What? Liverpool should have just packed up home then. Do you know what I mean? Just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Whatever happened, that was an omen.
Yeah,
it was.
And then that Rashford chance in the last minute. Apparently, he was offside, but I don't know if he was offside. I haven't seen the replay, but that's when you kind of think this is fucking just written in the stars for Liverpool here to win it. And then they obviously take the lead in again. Stroke of half time and extra time. Just make it into half time. Oh no, okay, just won't do that either. And then start the second half of extra time comes out, and I turned to the lad, complete stranger next to me, and went, "Is Anthony at left back and Bruno Fernandes at centre back?" He was like, "I think it is." I was like, "Well, fair enough. 2 defenders on the pitch. Here we fucking go." And then absolute Rashford equalising, and Ahmad. Oh my god, it was bedlam, absolute chaos. I lost my phone for a good 5 minutes. It just shit everywhere. Oh wow, knackered, absolutely fucking knackered. I am.
Was it the best limbs you've ever had at any football?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Anyway, enough about United because, like I said, it could go on for hours. You hinted at a potential. We've had a debagging, a
Oof.
hanging, whatever you want to call it. You've got an actual physical unboxing apparently.
I'm going to give you a real in-depth rummage around my box.
Again,
It's packing. It's packing something special. There's one pre-box, like an entree, a starter. The foam course in like a posh meal.
4-play box.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is like, I don't know, a little back rub. Playing with your hair, sexily taking off your glasses, looking you dead in the eyes. This is that. So
I need them on, mate. Need them on.
dirty boy. So, splash protection. Right. So I went into the Friends Fighting Cancer, the FFC shop, today, and randomly they had a tub of signed old balls, like completely. There's one Brentford one in there, and I was like, no one knows any Brentford player pre 10 years ago, so let's just not bother with that one. And there's a beloved Pompey ball in there, and on there was my all-time favourite Pompey player, Alan McLaughlin's signature. So very happy about that.
Very
10
nice.
quid.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, and what's random is when I was a kid, I had one of these. My ones, I've got another one in my loft which has got even more signatures on it. But yeah, absolute shout. So well done. If you're ever in Pompey and you want to go somewhere for a good cause, mate, go to the FFC shop. They've always got something
Is that going to
there.
be a spare match ball for shirts versus boots?
I think the bladder in it's still good. So yeah, we're gonna go with it, mate. Definitely. And now we come to the main event.
Fucking Jesus Christ! For audio
Yeah.
listeners, he's just pulled out like a double-decker bus of a box.
Yep. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, audio listeners, the ball was white with a blue panel in the old school style, like the Mitre Pro Max style paneling. I believe that's the 18 panel ball. But now we're into the main event. It's a large 1.5 foot by foot by 2/3 of a foot box. 200 by 300 by 400 for the metric system out there.
Oh, it's an
white
actual.
with,
It's an actual unbox, as in he's slicing out.
I haven't even opened this. I know what's coming, but I can't remember all of it. So it's a bit of a. But I'll tell you right now, there's a
what kind of
grail here.
tape's on it? What
It's
tape's
clear
on
plastic. It's clear plastic
Clear
tape.
plastic.
And being the experienced guy who's worked in like sort of packaging and manufacturing all the way around the world, I've decided to open this box with the nib of a biro, rather than getting a customary scissors or something else like that, because I was completely unprepared for the quality of taping. Big thanks to 2 people for this box. So actually 3 people. So main one's a guy called Roberto, who is a guy I know. He comes over quite a bit. He's a Samp fan. He's a season ticket holder in the Gradnat Sud. And whenever we go out there, we stay at his place, have a few beers, go out for dinner. Top guy, like loving a bit. Hello, mate. So I get him sent stuff in what I like to call the Brexit busting. So I didn't vote for Brexit. So if you think I'm paying import tax on something I didn't want, you can go stuff yourself.
Did you vote against it though?
I voted very strongly against it with my vote and my my social media. But anyway, so don't worry about it. Instead of paying nothing on imported goods, we now have to pay ridiculous import levies. So basically, I'll get my mate. I don't know why I'm literally explaining smuggling to people, but right, and I'm sort of into it now. Got the meat of it's out of the way. So yeah, basically, you just get loads of stuff sent to my mate, especially Sampdoria gear, and then he boxes it up, and then either I pick up when I go out there, or he sends us like a large shipment of it all through like local mail, and it just saves a fortune on like loads of little deliveries. Right, holy shit balls! I really hope that's an original. So there's some other stuff there's some other stuff in there that's got to be sent out. It's a punt. It is a bit of a punt, some of this stuff, because you just. I hope this is like original, not like someone's just redone a template. I'll be really fucking gutted if it is, because it does look very good.
Oh, it looks good.
Please. Mind you, that's pretty good. Right. Vinyl's quite thick on there. That's always a good sign. Thick vinyl. You don't really get as thick vinyl nowadays. It's very thin. So thick rubberized vinyl's a good sign. But
audio listeners, Dan actually hasn't pulled the shirt out of the box yet. He's just keeping it to himself at the minute. He's nervous.
Very, very nervous. Mind you, XXL.
He's me pre Anthony's equaliser. Nervous. Bit upset actually.
I'm
unsure.
Really nervous. Okay, so this is one of my all-time grails, probably the grail Pagliuca shirt, the Sampdoria 1991-92 main GK kit.
Fits in beautifully with last week's episode, doesn't it? Look at that.
It does indeed. So it's got the zebra print bottom. It's got the white and blue and black sort of crossover section in the middle with the upside down triangles. It then goes into a black upper section with the white ERG, and then it's got the crazy Bluciando zebra stripe on the top of the shoulders on the pads.
It's weird how I've got zebra shirt tonight as well. That's weird. It's weird.
Are you zebra? Oh yeah, of course, double zebra.
Yeah, double zebra.
It's like a herd of zebras. It's the most Zebrug's ever seen on a football shirt program. So yeah, there we go. It's got the leather badge. I mean, it's always a punt.
What are you looking for then? What do you think? What's the potential issue there? Is it potential just a template and someone's added all the gear on after? Is that what you're worried about?
That's exactly what I'm worried about,
Right,
because the patches are really. Oh, I just don't know, mate. I'm gonna have to speak to a couple of people I know. The stitching's just done by machine, but if it's faked, if this has been put together by someone, they've done an unbelievable job. So yeah, it's a bit tough. Oh, I don't know, mate. I'll tell you what, I'll go err on the side of hope, because it's one in ones where they come up so irregularly. I mean, there's a chance it could be a modified template. The ASICS overstitch on the Royches is definitely OG. Like, that's an original. I mean, someone could just cut an ASICS off and, like I say, just made this up. This is the problem with these ones, because there's no.
Yeah.
For me, I've never seen one in the flesh before, so there's no type. But that is, Jesus, that's unbelievable.
That is really nice.
And it's XXL as well, so it's like XXL, for those who don't know. So that's like literally the Sampdoria nailed on, like, player spec.
Oh, is it player issue match one?
It won't be
Potentially,
match one, but it's. I need to check. I need to do some photo checking,
because
because it's so hard until you can look at all the stuff online, but until you actually physically get it,
yeah,
you just don't know. But yeah, big thanks to those guys. Look at that. That's beautiful.
that is beautiful.
That's ridiculous. And actually, this will go into our feature for the rest of the actual day. Next item out of the bag.
That's not what you sent me a few weeks ago, is it?
It is exactly what I sent you a few weeks ago. So this is the weirdest thing, one of the weirdest things I've ever seen on eBay. From the outset, it just looks like a yellow jacket. Oh, it's a yellow Diodora jacket. And then it's got quite old, worn, original printed on. And I'll tell you what, that is actually done into the pocket. So that is like the official stitch method to get that in there. You can't do that unless you're doing it when the garment's built. So this has got a little badge on there, Press Mexico 86. And one of the most beautiful elements of it as well is inside the sleeve, stitched inside the sleeve break, is, don't have that showing up on camera, but it's the Azzurri.
Oh yeah.
So basically, on the side of the sleeves on the 1986 training jackets, they'd have this. There's one of the jackets that basically had this on there. It's Azzurri, and it's stitched within this sort of interlining on the jacket. So it's sort of like in the actual breaks on the arm. So it's on both sides. It's twice on one and once on the other side. And it's just got full of these random little pockets, little pen holder strips, everything. It's absolutely ridiculous. And one final telltale sign. Please, if someone watches this and they can say it is or it isn't. But when you open it up, the lining on the inside. Oh, you can see that. Bring it up.
I can see it. Oh.
World Cup.
Oh. That is fucking ridiculous. I mean, if that isn't legit, that is, whoever has faked it or whatever they've done to it is a disgrace of a person for getting our hopes up like that.
And on the bit there where it says World Champion Italia, that's actually a picture of the 1934 Italy team. They've won that. So that's their.
How the fuck do you find that?
Mate, I have a certain save search on eBay, and every now and then
disgraceful Italian filth. Is that what it is?
It's
oh, sorry. You're on about your eBay searches. Oh, sorry.
That as well. mate. I'm sorry, I'm almost going a bit quiet there, but like Jesus, this thing is
We heard some
crazy.
noises. I don't know
This
what
is
kind of
crazy.
noises there were, but
Proper Italian, the proper Italy Diodora label, sized jacket, size 46. So I'll put this on.
yes,
Is it a
please.
try on? It's copy. Right, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go to the back of the. This like stars in her eyes. You got the glasses. You can be Matthew Kelly. You know that. I just need some pyro just to like chuck out. So I've got a smoke screen. So tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be Angelo Pandelli, a photographer at Zurli at Mexico 86. Ciao, you want a picture? Oh mate, it's bad. It hasn't even got buttons. It hasn't even got a zipper. Sorry, it's just got like buttons, and then it's got this ridiculous belt. This is just the most insane piece of gear I've ever owned. I think.
If Paddington
Straight
Bear
up
was in
there.
the Paddington Bear was in the Mafia, fucking look at that.
The Paderazzi.
Oh, there we go. We've
Okay.
peaked.
That's it. I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the show. This is it done now. I was gonna keep this Milan top on, but no, this wins. This wins all day.
Nah, that wins. That wins.
Mate,
I actually really like the fact that there is no zip as well. That it is just button up.
just the most ridiculous unboxing ever done. No one's done this. No one's pulled those two bits out ever. What else we got in here? I've got a. Oh, this one is a signed Samp pennant. I have to see who that is. Oh, I don't know. I can't. Might be Nini. I have to have a little look at that. What else have we got here? God, don't know. This is like 3 months of looking for stuff. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, brilliant. Champions League final pennant. Barcelona versus
Love that.
Sampdoria at Wembley. That'll go very well with my Oh no, tell a lie, no. It's the Cup Winners' Cup pennant. Sorry, not
Cup
the
Winners'
Champions
Cup.
League. Yeah, 89 with another time. Yes, basically yeah, final at Bern in 89. So that goes with my 89 gear. This ridiculous but quite small Ultras jumper with a big bulldog on it. I mean, that's just a winner, isn't it? I think that's going to be a giveaway at Shirts Boots. That one, bit of fun. It's so wide.
Do they have like? Do they have like obese kids in the ultras in Sampdoria? What's going on there?
They've got obese Oompa Loompas. Honestly, mate, I think you have to be about 3 foot tall to get this to hit your waist.
3 foot tall, 3 foot wide.
Yeah.
3x3.
It's your classic combo. Very very square gentlemen they bred back in the day. And now is the coup de grace. You think this is good, and that was good.
There's no way that jacket's getting beat. I just can't see it.
Well, first off, I'm holding up their users. It's a blue Kappa jacket. On the back of that jacket is painted on UC Sampdoria, and on the front you got your Kappa badge, and you got your ERG on the other side. Also painted on vinyl.
Right.
Once you've held it in your hands, you know exactly what I mean. Lovely zip up top on it, and then we go through to the label, and most importantly, on the label, and this is where it gets very interesting. So I'll bring this up to the camera. On the label, you've got your Kappa Sport, your red Kappa Sport, and then to the side of that, you've got a number 9, which I think was probably like some sort of like flock or some sort of print on it. Sort of ripped off the bobbling behind, and that number is a number 9. Now, number 9 for Sampdoria in 1989 was none other than Gianluca Vialli.
Oh,
so that is very chance that it's a Gianluca Vialli track top. And if that
Jesus
wasn't
Christ.
enough, the sleeves are unzippable. So this could become a
What?
vest.
Get that yellow jacket off right now and get that
Like,
vest on.
well, could you just stick it over the top?
You can.
One sleeve?
Well, actually, no. Don't put the vest on. Just put the sleeves on.
Now there we go. You didn't see that coming, did you? There we go. Oh. I feel like Joe Hart's arm tattoo. Mate, that is ludicrous. A ludicrous box opening. Mate, Umbro actually did anoraks that did this. 94, 95 sort of time, 96. Umbro did like undoable sleeve jackets. Inter had 'em, England had 'em. Pretty sure there's a Man United one out there did that, so I'm double sleeving now. God, luckily the heating's on, so there we go.
You don't need it
Rest of the
anymore.
show.
Fuck the Tories. Just get your fucking Italian gear on. Look at that.
I'm the 90. What's it? The old. I'm the coalition. I'm Nick Clegg and Cameron. Oh mate.
I think that weirdly goes that as well with them sleeves on. I don't know if it's just my camera angle.
Oh, what a touch. And then yeah, Sampdoria vest jacket. Oh,
I know what we need for shirts versus boots now for the warm ups.
What de-sleeving jackets?
Yeah.
Right, boys, de-sleeve, go! Everyone, all these lads just started doing their gear as we're getting passed around for fun. I'll put Paliuka up there. He can. There we go. Fucking hell, beat that with a stick. Yeah. Good unboxing.
Well, I kind of regret asking you to go first now.
Yeah. It's just your weekly shop off Amazon now, isn't it?
We went food shopping before. Look at this in the reduced aisle.
Right, whip it out. Now go on. So that's it. That's my box. So big thanks to them, and also big thanks to the other ones, Calcio Corner, which is Craig, and Birdie Shirts Dan, for getting that back for us between their hand luggage and then boxing it up and sending it off. So that's yeah, that's a real touch. I couldn't keep it on. I was just getting too hot. I'm even too hot now, but I'm gonna keep this thing.
That jacket is beautiful.
Yeah, unreal. I might just strut around the house in this for the next hour and a half.
Just that.
Just that. That's it. That's your unboxing, boys. Ridiculous unboxing.
And now I've got the painful job of trying to follow that.
Yep. What you got, mate? Fucking match issue Cantona. George Best's 68 cup winning boots. Must be. Got to be something good to go second.
They're on the way. They're actually on their way.
Oh, thank God. Knew it.
Yeah. I'm still in touch about the Cantona shirt, but it's it's proving quite tricky. So, you hinted at a theme last week with Al about old school versus new school, and I had already ordered this shirt by then, but it actually hadn't come in time, so it kind of beautifully fits in with this episode. And I think this is. I'm going to put it out there and say one of the shirts of the season for me. It is this season's Werder Bremen. That Denmark template. It looks. Oh, how can you make that template even better? Just put it in green. Look at that.
That does look good. That is good. Christ.
And I think Hummel are up there now with Macron, one of my favourite manufacturers.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I agree. I couldn't believe the stick Everton were getting for that grey kit of theirs. I think that's lovely.
The sponsor ruins it because it's a betting sponsor and it looks shit, but it's an unbelievable shirt. Real Betis have it in black.
Oh, mate, I think it's great. I think it's a real. I think it's a winner. I mean, obviously, there's another team that wears it that I don't want to talk about. And fingers crossed. Well, now they're quite a few points off the automatic places, but fingers crossed that won't get to the Premier League. But yeah, it is a really great to bring it back out and it be actually as good as it is. How's it look on? Have you tried it on yet?
I actually haven't tried it on. I'll try it on now.
Here we go.
So yeah, for audio, for listeners and watchers, the theme is old school or old style shirts that have been bun back and had a modern twist or a modern redo on them, basically.
Following year and all that. Oh mate, wow.
Green's
That
my
is
colour, isn't
good.
it? Green is
It
my
is,
colour.
yeah.
Does it look weird on the camera, or is it my? Is it
No, it
my
looks good.
screen?
I mean, I'm only having an epileptic here, but that looks really good.
You know what? It
That
says it's a size job up in Hummel. I got it in a large, which I am in other shirts, and it fits like a glove.
perfect. Right,
So yeah, what other teams have got this template for this season? You've got obviously Southampton. I'll say it because you weren't going to say it.
okay.
Werder Bremen, Everton, Real Betis.
Betis. I think there's about
There's quite a
7
few
or 8.
teams. So yeah, Werder Bremen have it. Everton's third shirt. Real Betis's third shirt. FC Colm's away shirt. Oh, that's fucking. Ooh.
Really?
Do you like it? Do you like subjectively take away the Southampton aspect? Do you like Southampton's version of it?
Oh, oh, God, oh.
It sounds like you really like. It sounds like you really fucking like it.
I'm trying not to give a positive opinion about them. It's all right. Oh God.
Well, you could buy the FC Colne one because it's a nicer version of it. Less white in it. It's more red. It's more like this. No, more like the Betis one. Not as a lot of white. It's more two grey in colour. If you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean, mate. I think the one thing that lets Santon Downs is one, it's the badge. Two, it's the stadium. But actually, it's the sponsor. I think they've
Sponsor.
still got it's always with them. Like recently, I can't remember the last time I had a good sponsor. Like they used to have like VO or something like that, and that was like all right. And there's a couple of years where I think they basically made their own kit.
Yeah.
Before Adidas come in, and it was like that was an acceptable balance of a shirt. I can't compliment it any more than that. But now I remember they had some horrific, I think Chinese sponsor about 2 years ago, and it was just horrific, absolutely horrific. And then they sort of had a little bit of Virgin Media, and then they didn't. Oh, I don't know. They haven't recovered sponsor wise since like Draper Tools and Sanderson.
That's like
Or
time
even
ago as well, isn't it?
Friends Provident wasn't even that bad. Do you know what I mean? At least it was a thing. But as soon as they went down the betting route, Fly B looked rubbish. I think that looks crap on anyone's. For an airline, it looks rubbish on everyone's kit. Especially my ex to have the same problem.
Sorry, I'm just looking
Yeah.
through the other teams that have it. Eibar, the Spanish team. How do you pronounce that?
Eibar.
Eibar. They have their third shirt. That's a nice pink version of it.
Mate, you need to bring
Who
these
else?
up in the old video.
Coventry third shirt. Black and basically this, but that bit's black. It looks quite nice. Malaga away in third. Not too keen on them, I'll be honest. But yeah, a lot of basically redos, and I think it's a fantastic template, and I think it works for 9 out of 10 of the teams that have got it. Not a lot of teams have it as the home shirt, though. I think it's only Southampton, Werder Bremen off that list I've just read out.
It's a shame that more teams don't have it as their home kit, because Cologne could definitely have had it. Like Betis, absolutely could have had it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been frowned upon. I know Betis are passionate about the stripes and stuff, but you could forgive it because it is a take on stripes to an extent.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, yeah. Well, look at Southampton, for example, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's another team where they muck around with the stripes so much that you end up with this, their Euro kit back in the day had like so many stripes in it. I think I'm sure there's some stupid symbolism to do with it, but they had like tons of stripes in their Europe kit a few years ago, and then they had like a pinstripe one, and then they've had a sash. They really did. I think they play around with that. They're not rigid on the stripes. It's not like Newcastle or something like that where it's
Yeah.
reasonably structured all the time. With them, it's like they delve in and out of it a bit. Which I'm happy for them to lose their identity every couple of years. Fantastic, great.
I've just, I'm not normally one for like template shirts, but I suppose every shirt nowadays really is kind of a template shirt. But this,
Every shirt
I
ever was a template shirt to an extent, mate.
but I could like start a collection within the collection of just this template. Definitely, I love it.
That's a good idea, mate. That is a good idea. I'll tell you what, my sort of guilty pleasure template, and it's that Puma one from a couple of years ago with like the big sponsors, and like the weird lines and badge arrangement. I know.
You best not be on about that one
yeah.
from like the Dross one from.
Yeah.
Was it the internationals had it, or was it like the club teams had it as their way, like
Even the
City,
club
AC
teams,
Milan?
like Milan's black kit. Let me just go fish it out because it is a good one. It's just stuck.
To be fair, that template, that was one where it either worked reasonably well or it fucking just completely flopped. I didn't think there was any.
Mate,
Maybe the
it's a
AC
sure
Milan
thing
one.
that Milan's a sure thing with Tonali on the back. But yeah.
See, I should really like it. The black, the red, the white is great combinations, but I don't know. It's got like sublimated badges in it in the material as well, hasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's sort of like the alternate where they put the sort of bars down the top of the arms and stuff. But that I'll just, you know what it is? It's gonna be one of those ones where I'll stand by this and I'll cop all the shit off of all of you. I don't care. That I'm with the belief that it'll just be one of them things we'll go down the line like 15, 20 years or whatever, and people will just be like, oh mate, yeah, do you remember them shirts by Puma? God, yeah, you know, like Teamgeist. It's like Teamgeist when it came out as original. Now it's just been rehashed, hasn't it, for the Euros?
Yeah.
But when it came out as original, for me, sometimes I can sort of admire what Puma tried to do because they went, right, we're going to just rethink the structure of a football shirt. Why do we compete? We have to put the badge here or here, and that's it. And they've gone out and gone, fuck it, let's do this. So I don't know. That's my guilty pleasure. But yeah, mate, do it. It's a good collection to get. You know, I mean, it's like it's individual, and I reckon at the end of the year there'll be decent price in the sale.
This was 40 quid, I think. You know that who did you have at the back on that AC Milan shirt? Sandro Tonali.
Yeah.
Are you willing to put a bet on that? That shirt's going to be quite good further down the line.
Mate, I've got great odds on it, and I heard it's a bit of a sure thing. So lump on Tonali.
Is it a Brentford shirt you've got next for us? Is it?
Mate, imagine that. Just pulling out all the gamblies.
Oh, Gambly. Is that sounds like the sequel to the Goonies. They've all got like gambling problems.
Mate, what's funny is like now it comes out with their players, but when it was like Keith Gillespie, you know, Michael Chopra, and they're like crippled by gambling addiction. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like that's something they can manage. But back then, that's it. You hid it, and the only thing that give you away is the fact you turned up in a taxi every week. You couldn't afford a car. Ridiculous.
What have you got for us first then?
Oh mate, so shall I go through the back wall?
Go for the back wall.
Setup. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's start with Pompey. We're top of the league. Do what we want. So we've got 1992 or 91, 93 home kit, but everyone for me it's the 92 semi-final. Everyone remembers this for. Lovely influence, sort of the bruised banana knockoff sort of pattern, and this year it's been reseeded with for me it's been a bit reimagined. It's a cross between this one and the one that followed it, but we then have this one. So similar sort of thing. It's because the pattern's more organised.
How am I meant to top that with the overlay when you've just done that?
There you go. Sorry, mate. Yeah, there's the reveal. But yeah, I mean, this is really popular. This is the best-selling Nike home kit for Pompey, and I think our best-selling home kit since maybe even like the Pompey Pals one that come out in 2014. They've sold out the entire stock, and they had to go out and make another batch. Now for Nike to do that for Pompey is like unheard of, because they don't do nothing like that for us. So this is sold ridiculously. They're like putting like club putting tweets going out, new stock of home shirt arriving this week, and then I think they did it about a month ago, and I think they sold out again. It does help being top of the league, but
I was going to say it's amazing what being top of the league does, doesn't it?
it does. I mean, I loved the shirt before it came out, so I bought this. I think the first week it was in the shop, and then
Are you a proper fan? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
basically I'm the real deal. I'm rain or shine, or unless they're playing away and I'll go to Italy. Gotta get a ticket, but yeah, there we go. 93, 95 away kit. The when this come out, this was slagged off. But I remember as a kid, I loved it. I was like, oh my god, what is this? Pompey don't have black and red half and half kits with like opposite sleeves again. Simple Asics. It's basically Blackburn Rovers in
Yeah, I think
opposite.
about that. Yeah.
It's Asics, classic Asics. Brilliant. And every now and then they redo this shirt. So Kappa did one. I've got that on the rail somewhere. And also recently Nike. So we got that one. So this was one where Nike pretty much did their own colorway for us. I don't think they bought this shirt out, so it's a custom one just for us. And it's got a little neck detail, which is in line with how the pocket was, where it's not actually dead center, it's actually offset. So they've carried on the sort of halving. It's a really good effect. You can see it there, where the red actually isn't in the middle of the shirt, it's just offset.
Yeah.
But it's a good little detail. It is intentional and it's a good detail. Really nice shirt, really well fitted. Didn't sell that well. We weren't really that great, but this shirt just reminds me of Lee Brown, classic Pompey nutcase. Really good left back. Then I think we're getting into like your more classic era sort of stuff. So let's go. Last season, obviously your gift to me. It's about the third week in a row we have this.
Not sponsored by Celtic, by the way.
No, that's what I said. For a big Gers fan, that's a bit rare. I believe you've got this one knocking around, have you?
Ta-da!
There we go. And so we got its original, and then we got the new one.
The new one.
Mate, how good is this kit?
What, the newer one?
Yeah, I mean, the old one was amazing, but
yeah, the old one's amazing as well.
What's up with the fabric on this one as well? It's like completely different.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really like flowing. It's got a great stretch to it. Like I don't think that fabric for me. Cool, literally put it in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think that fabric features on any other Adidas kit where it's not like a printed on pattern. It's actually in the weave, isn't it? It's the fabric that's the different colours going through it.
Yeah, I'm just having a feel of me zebra shirt. Yeah, this is from a similar, maybe a few years difference.
That's woven fabric for that kit.
Unbelievable. It does feel a bit different. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really work out what that. I can't really test on this. I think this United one with my left shoulder is from the same season, Ronaldo's return season, but it's a heat ready, so I can't really compare to the era ready. It actually feels a bit similar, actually.
Yeah.
To the heat ready, because obviously Celtic aren't considered an elite club by Adidas, so they don't get the heat ready stuff.
No,
which is a bit
but these ones are
mental.
the sponsorless ones, aren't they? Which is
obviously
so much better without Dapperbet. This one, the only shirts I've ever seen where Dapperbet actually made the logo all the right colours for the shirt as well.
I think they do it fair enough to them quite a bit for the away and third shirts. Yeah, it's the home shirts they fucking just go. Now we're doing what we want. Away and third shirts they do match it, but it's the Champions League where the Celtic Foundation. I think that looks great on it, but I think it just for me. If it came with a Celtic Foundation sponsor, I would have loved it, but I don't think I'm going to go out my way to get that added because I really love its sponsors.
Mate, no, for sure. I totally agree. I think it's every now and then we get a shirt that is sponsorless like that, where it is just so plain but so well done. But yeah, it's like a woven. It's a woven stripe that goes through it, which is a lovely, unique feature.
Wore it the other night in a first 7-a-sides. Scored, got a few assists.
Did ya?
So yeah, not bad. Not a bad shirt.
So you've gone straight in, almost you've gone in there like Chris Sutton, North of the Border job, isn't it?
Don't compare me to Chris Sutton ever again, please.
No, he's a far better commentator. So next one along the Oh, sorry, mate. I was just, you left yourself right open. Next one up is the Sampdoria. This is the 0203. Oh God, I'm gonna get this wrong. Is it 02, 03, 03, 04? 0102. This 010. No, I fucking idiot. Yeah, 0102. Christ, sorry, listeners.
Why don't you give Chris Sutton a text and he can help you out on this one?
Oh, brilliant. Good. Excellent. Oh, mate. Let's just have a Chris Sutton slag off moment. Probably if all the shit pundits were in a room, he'd be like the leader of the shit pundits.
No, he wouldn't be in the room because they'd be like they'd say he's too shit to be in the shit pundit room.
God, that's bad, isn't it?
He'd be in his own little room.
Wow. To be like, would you have like Clinton Morrison guarding that door to make sure you don't get into the rest of the shit pundits?
It'd be him, Gabby Bonlahor, and Jamie O'Hara just like in it, like in like a human centipede kind of layout. I think just talking shite into it, but not arsehole to mouth to mouth, just talking shite.
Mouth to mouth, but it smells like arse to arse. There's that much shit coming out. Anywhere else, you'd think two people just been farting directly at each other, but no, it's opinion.
Michael Owen and Steve McManaman come in and out of that. The interchange between the rooms.
For me, I actually think Steve McManaman gets a bit of he gets too much grief. I genuinely believe he gets too much grief. Owen is horrific. That guy, get back to your fashion, your M&S fucking fashion line. Where was I? Sampdoria 102 away kit. Love this kit. Some people don't like the fact it's like the Graphoplast wiremakers and stuff like that. I don't know. I love it. It's a really cool shirt. A lot of detail. Just lovely. Material's really stretchy. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. If I could get this in long sleeve as well, absolute winner. And last year, the year we went down, they did that one, which is Macron did it, and they just went with the neck tape all round arms. Just lovely. And there's like it's that embossing sort of thing where they sort of get it. It's not like a jacquard. It's where they sort of almost put it under fucking some sort of like mad heat press and get it change the from matte to gloss. And it has like the sort of Bluciando shadow of the four bands of colour there. So yeah, class. Absolutely brilliant shirt. Really good. The goat Ronnie Vieira on the back. Best thing to come out of Legionoid. Lovely shirt. Absolutely loved this last year. Brilliant. So that's sort of like another rehashing. And I think that's on par. I don't think it's for me. It's like because Sampdoria were crap when that first shirt come out, and we got relegated in that one. I think that's like for me, it's level pegging. Do you know what I mean?
Shitting this one, so we're going to be shitting that one as well. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll carry on the tradition. They really stuck to it. They didn't just got the fabric right. They got the DNA of the shirt right. Do you know what I mean? Then probably, well, for me, I'd say one of the best sort of redone away kits or club shirts, definitely in recent times. There's the old Snowflake, and then Ronnie's return. Give you that one. We've talked about this a little bit before, haven't we?
Yeah, we've hinted at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just lovely. Adidas did loads of stuff this year, so Arsenal got a bit of bruised banana, didn't they? Or the year before.
Yeah.
And they just started doing that sort of rehashing thing, but sort of like a reimagining, and it's just a great kit on its own. It's a brilliant shirt. Like the neck tape. This is the heat ready one because it's got all like the little features. Like if you ever get one of these, there's like a really good weave pattern that goes through
on
the neck
cuff.
And on the cuff. It's lovely, and it feels like almost like wooden. It's like almost like your nan's lace on a table. Do you know what I mean? Beautiful, and that coral pink is ridiculous. So
yeah, I must admit, I'm actually not really a massive fan of that shirt. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, it looks a lot better in Heat Ready spec, but I don't know what it is.
I
I
reckon if
really
you
do.
won something proper, do you know what I mean? If you were like challenging for the league proper in this kit, you know, it was like a last day of the season defeat. Maybe you went to Liverpool, lost in this kit, and you'd lost the title by like 3 points, 4 points on the last day. I think it, you know, Ronaldo was unbelievable all year. I don't know.
I think I think we wore it when against Watford in Ollie's last game. I think maybe I have that association with it. Lost 4-1. Ollie got sacked the morning after. I think it was.
Mm.
And they never did a long sleeve version, so every Ronaldo or Lingard always had a white underlayer on it as well, which
Oh
looked
no.
it looked odd.
Well, there's another word you put in there, Lingard. That's another reason. So yeah, maybe probably one of the worst players I've ever seen in my lifetime at a top level club. Yeah, but I mean, for me, I love this shirt. I love it as much as the snowflake kit. And if anything, there's actually slight elements to this I prefer. I love cuff details and things like that. And the snowflake, it just goes into like it's just a straight up.
Yeah, it's all in one, isn't it?
And that's the only loss on that kit. If they actually did like a cuffed, if that shirt come out 4 years, 3 years, 2 years before, the iteration before had a sleeve cuff.
Yeah, it did.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean? And I think it's like if you had that, oh my god, that it probably one of the best kits. It is one of the best kits ever. But it would be not just it's a great United kit, it'd just be one of the greatest kits of all time. I think, undeniably. But yeah, no, I love that, and I think that's probably the little upgrade I really enjoyed. Um, and then probably I'll say this one here. This is for me probably the best sort of reimagining and revisiting of a kit. Like in terms of a kit that had absolute top of the tree reputation. It's the iconic England 1993 kit. Um, just unbelievable. It is stunning. It does. I never tire of looking at this. It's just gorgeous. It's the pattern, fabric, the tape, the fit, the collar, badge. It's just unbelievable. Just stunning. It's stunning.
another highly faked shirt as well, isn't it? Because of how iconic and popular it
Ridiculous,
is.
mate. It's ridiculously faked. Um, it's almost a bonus sometimes where they have. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's a bonus sometimes where at least if you go JV Sports or JJB Sports, whatever it is, fuck me, JJB Sports. How old am I? If you go Sports Direct. Fucking hell. You know,
You get in your time machine and go back to JJB Sports. You could just
mate,
buy the authentic one because it was released.
soccer scene. No, you go. It's just be like, oh mate, I need that. Mate, if we had a time machine, Jesus Christ, that'd be great, wouldn't it? You know, just for shirt buying, not for changing world history, just to like buy all your grails in bag, perfect. That's our first priority. Should we stop Hitler? Nah, I have a much better idea than that. You know that
Speaking of
brown
Germany, though,
you know,
we'll pick up some of them early early 90 shirts and late 80 shirts. Yeah, we'll grab some of them.
yeah, that green one.
Yeah.
Lothar, do you need this? And one in brown Coventry kits. I'll put down deposit on my house. So yeah, England 1993 kit. Beautiful, stunning, multifaceted. I think it was Tottenham Textiles did the patterns on these, or some sort of story like that. I'm not that much of a kit nerd. And then the women got their sort of reimagining of it with their shirt that went to the World Cup final
The cunt shirt.
last year. The cunt shirt, oh, unbelievable kit. Like that's a reimagining done right because it takes the essence of it and it just gives you something a bit pure, a bit different. I love that. Absolutely love that.
Well, because on the 90, the original one, there's got like the pattern like in the material, hasn't it? And then
Yep.
for the women's one, it's like a more modern pattern where it's actually like a kind of style, isn't it? Not like a pattern to say so, and it kind of mirrors it in a more modern way.
Oh, definitely. It's a shame. I think the only thing that lets the women's one down is that Nike had this really irritating vapor knit, like just whatever it was just their fabric of the shirt, wasn't it? There was no like, whereas this England one, the jacquard, the 1990 has like a jacquard going through it,
Yeah.
which was a lot of sports companies used to print on. You know, you can see it in loads of different brands at the time, but the one that lets it down really for the newer England ladies one is the fact it doesn't have that secondary sort of individualism to it, and it just needed like almost how the Barcelona, the 2019 kits that we spoke about, they had that little bit extra when they went to the player spec. This one just had that I don't know, just that standard sort of ADV fabric through it that sort of takes away from the surface pattern. It didn't work with that fabric never worked with any surface pattern. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of,
Yeah,
it was
I know.
always like it was having a fight with it, and you're like, okay, if you've designed it to be like some sort of ridiculous twist and fit nonsense, forget that. Just make it look amazing, and that'll do for everyone. That's the only thing that holds this back. It just had that bit of shimmer to it, something that was in the hand as well as in the eye. I think then you'd be into your winner town. But it's still fantastic. I think it's one of the best sort of international reimaginings going. So I'll just pop all these back up on the hanger. So
Absolutely.
yeah, mate. What have you got? What sort of treats have you got in store for me, mate? What have you?
I've only got
pulled out
one
the old
more.
bag?
I've only got one more physical one on me, and
Is
I
that
think.
is that 'cause I stole all your ones?
Well, I only had the Zoe one anyway. So. But I think this might be a bit of a reach. But we've also kind of touched upon this.
What's that, my little peach?
Get
My
up, just
bespectacled beauty. What is it? Talk to me, my lover. Am I not? Am I
So-
going to be disappointed or am I going to be excited?
No, it's our old friend. It's the Nigeria 2018.
Oh yeah.
But it's just that this detailing on the sleeves and the shoulders and the top of the back there, it reminds me of the Nigeria 95 shirt. So I'm thinking, has it been influenced by that, or am I kind of reaching for it there? But every time I look at the Nigeria 95 shirt, because it's probably one of my grail shirts, and I have the Nigeria 2018 shirt, I always have that link with them. So it's maybe not a modern take on it, but it's definitely been inspired by that, I'd say.
No, I mean, you could see it's almost the sort of colourway, but I think it's that license that Nike get once they've gone down that road. They're allowed to have a bit more play, aren't they? You know, they can almost get close, but not too close, and still create something that's original. So maybe that's the license they've got.
And that 95 shirt was only worn once, wasn't it?
I think so, something stupid like that. Yeah, it's always the way with like the good kits. I mean, you look, well, England 1990. There's the prime example. That third kit got worn once against Turkey, and I think Dennis Wise scored the winner in a 1-0 win. You know, what a waste of a kit.
Well, another England one that comes to the top of my head is the now old away shirt, the red one. That was obviously the Italian 90 away shirt, wasn't it? The red one of that. That's just a complete, basically the same as that women's shirt there that you've got. It's just a more modern version of that exact shirt.
No, totally, mate. It's and I think it's just just the collar detail mainly going into the red. They went for the lines and stuff. I mean, the other ones. I mean, there's other ones we talk about. I mean, you've got I know it wasn't a shirt, but you had the England 2018 training kit or the warm up top, which was the 1982. Shall I go fish those out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely get those out.
Definitely get those kits out. I love that train. Get
your kits out.
Training shirt. That training shirt possibly could have been the shirt, like the actual shirt. It's a fantastic training shirt, and then the 82.
There you are.
Just
original Admiral 82, and I'll tell you what, in the flesh, the original, it's the fabric on it is so much better than the re-releases. It's like sort of plasticky. There's the away kit as well. There's the home kit. It is unbelievable. Like I barely put it on, and this is like I think this is like a large as well. Look at it's just so tight. I'll just keep those. I do wear them a little bit, but nowhere as near as much as they would do. It's just too much of a risk with these ones. I think they're
Yeah.
just too good.
It's miles before my time, that shirt. But am I right saying Kevin Keegan?
Yeah, Keegan wore it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
had
that's who I.
Keegan missed, actually probably one of Keegan's most famous international moments, because England were rubbish. Like, you got to remember, we didn't go to the World Cup for 12 years. So we went to Mexico 70, then we didn't qualify for 74 or 78. We then appeared in 82, by which point Keegan was,
Appeared.
it was like, yeah, he was sort of at the back of his career. So there was a chance he basically missed an open goal against Spain, who were the hosts, in the last group game. This is a group where I think England won 2 and drew 1 and still got knocked out of the tournament. We didn't qualify. We beat
What?
France. We actually beat France. England in '82 actually pretty good. We beat France 3-2. We scored after something stupid like 30 something seconds or something. Brian Robson. And that's sort of like that's one of the goals that launched him beyond like English shores really. And yeah, we actually had a really good World Cup. But then we end up basically we had to beat Spain. I think it might have been something to do with goal difference. It's like a weird goals layout. Like the world, you wouldn't have it happen now. England would just qualify.
Through
We had a
best
really
place, best third place, or some bollocks that they've brought in now.
That's it. And I think it was later on in the game, the cross comes in, and Keegan's just got to get it on target. He's a header. He was very good in the air because he's a really acrobatic guy. Like Keegan was a ridiculous athlete. You ever see like picture him like with shirt off and stuff? He's like shredded. Do you know what I mean? He was an absolute athlete. And like no, I'm talking like ridiculous. Even now, he's like he give Mo Salah a run for his money. And yeah, he just misses this open goal header. He tries so hard to head it on target with so much power, he just forgets to actually just get it on goal, and he does this jump, and he sort of did he jump a little bit early with too much power, and he's sort of coming down, and he just misses an open goal, and don't go through, and that was that, and it was the end of one of the runs of one of the best, well, arguably the best England home kit of all time. But yeah, fast forward to 2018, and Nike give us this white drab piece of shit.
Yeah.
Which if it weren't for this guy, and Southgate getting that dressing room right, I think it'd be probably one of the most. That and the 2014 World Cup kit are two of the worst England shirts I've ever seen in my life. This template is horrific. This is the same as the Nigeria template. This is the 2018 England home kit.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely.
It's not that it's like it's just dull and boring. Dull and boring. Yeah, dull and
Ballon
boring. Dull and boring. Yeah.
He's won the Ballon d'Or. He has.
It's just like, yeah, it's just nothing, is it? Yeah, it's almost more insulting that you just feel nothing towards it because it's just so dull.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you got sort of Harry Kane missing a sitter against Croatia in the semi-final, and Jesse Lingard managed to pass the ball the other side of the 6-yard box when all we had to do was put it on target. You know, we did so well to get to that semi-final, unbelievable run, and then just sort of almost it could almost be the memory of Southgate soon will be sort of almost a missed opportunities team, but at the same time we lost to Iceland 2 years before that in
Yeah,
normal
that is
time.
true.
So
Actually.
let's not forget how shit we were. Yeah, but the warm-up top from that year, it's a shame Nike didn't have the nuts to go with it, the cojones.
Yeah, because I think when it got released for like the public, it was blank, wasn't it? But I think when they actually wore it, was it a BT sponsor or something plastered on the front?
So, yeah.
And that kind
BT
of
or
ruined
EE
it.
maybe.
Yeah,
BT Sport, I think, yeah.
And it ruined it.
It did. Yeah. And that should have been the kit. That should have been it, a lower number, just below the end of the graphic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have to get Kit Kingdom to get one of those printed, one of those made up just to see what it actually would have looked like.
Yeah, it probably is worth patching up. Go on, Dom, get your patches out. It's a shame. It's a real shame. It's like, we touched on warm-up tops before, but when the club doesn't go with it, or just have that bravery to do it, It is frustrating. Have you got any other ones knocking around? Have you
Off the top of my head, I could.
tips?
Well, I haven't got any more physical ones. Off the top of my head, this season, Arsenal's third shirt, the green one with the really dark blue sleeves. That's like a nod to 1982 away shirt, I want to say.
It's either 82 or 83, something like
82,
that.
83, yeah. So there's that link. Liverpool's away shirt. Oh, was it last season? Like the kind of off-white, more very, very light brown one.
Yes.
That's a throwback to Spice Boys.
Yep. Lovely colours on that.
Yeah.
Really nice green going through it as well. That little hint of green.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. Do you remember? Everyone's listened to this. Do you remember Butters? Or not remember Butters football shirts? But basically, he did a post, and it was just he had the shirt printed up with Salah on the back, laid out on his kitchen floor. But whatever it was, it just looked perfect. There's something about it that just looked like shop quality photo. And he went on to get something like 12,000 likes off it for a photo. Oh no, was it? Am I stupid? Was it like 100,000 likes? Was it? 10,
It's got. Yeah, I've got it up here. I'll put it in the episode, but I'll show you here.
Yeah.
It's got 11,333 likes.
For a bloke who had, I think at the time he had just under 1,000 followers, but it was just people were just sharing it all over the place, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it popped up in like your search. It's just the lighting. You can try and take a photo as good as that forever, and it won't just look that good.
It's that dry fit ADV material. It's just, it's a ball ache because I now won't buy, if there's a shirt that comes in the standard spec or that spec, I'm going that spec every single time because the difference is just daft. I've got a PSG shirt. I think it's from the same season.
Yeah.
If not Messi's first season. The black one with the pink and the Nike logo on the side. But you can see there in the camera there, look, just the material, just the difference in the material.
Yeah, the grey shimmering. Yeah.
It just takes it to a whole different level. Like, I don't know if yeah, there, look, just it's like waves. It's unbelievable. It's just levels above the standard, which is annoying because it's also levels above in pricing. So,
mate, for those listening, your tag basically just dropped down, and it looked. I couldn't decipher if it was like a cardboard ponytail or you were going for some really like ostentatious earring.
Do you like the little
yeah,
flick
I think the flick. Oh,
that added to it.
That's the collector's flick. Like we got like your old rock star, porn star idiot that flicks their
my little
ponytail.
my Baggio tags.
That's it. Just flick the tags off. Just got me tags out of the way. Sorry, tags. Sorry, mate. I've got another one here that I quite liked, and it's not a direct sort of link to a single shirt so much, but I suppose it's close to an era. So Real Madrid, I've just held them up for those seeing. Real Madrid's, this is actually a 1986 Madrid kit with the purple, and it's purple because it's actually on the sleeves there with the purple and the white Hummel thing going down the side of it. This one's got a number 2 on the back. And then the most, I think it was last year's home kit. A lot of people said it was like the tennis kit. It's got a nice jacquard going through it, but it was just the alignment of that purple on the top of the sleeves, and with the collar. Obviously, there's a little stripe on the V of the collar on the original one, but they've just done it on the trim of the collar. But for me, it's maybe not a totally direct, absolute reimagining or like a re-releasing, like you say your one is there, the Werder Bremen Hummel kit, but it really does hint on those sort of things.
Yeah, there's definitely certain like unique similarities between the two, and I've actually saw that shirt in TK Maxx the other day in standard spec and the heat ready, and then again the difference in those two is ridiculous. The difference in the material.
That is one of the best. I mean, they've put a little bit of the logo in the
Yeah,
fabric.
it's a little bit in the standard
Nowhere
one. Yeah,
near. It's
the
nowhere
Heat Ready.
near. Like the Heat Ready. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's ridiculous. It's so noticeable. It's almost like the Nike 2019 stuff, where
Yeah,
it's like you had two different shirts. Um, it is getting worse. I think the difference between the um the specs now, it's getting
there's a fan version now,
ridiculous.
isn't there? There's a third spec that they've
Yeah,
just dreamed out of nowhere, which is like it's
mate. Well,
it's
they've had
just
it.
pushing people towards fake shirts. They're
It
creating this whole problem.
if they actually just did one spec of shirt and
Yeah,
released it, they probably wouldn't have much of a problem. Big thanks, by the way, to Tim, Football Shirts for Days, for the Real Madrid kit. It's one I wanted. I really want it in the Heat Ready though, just for that just for the bit of the jacquard in there. It's a bit nice, and ideally in long sleeve. But even Adidas kept on the website like over £100 in long. And you're like, give it fucking knock it on the head. Do you know what I mean?
well, yeah, we touched upon like the new international releases at the start of the episode. I think I looked before. I think a stadium shirt now is 85 quid, and a Heat Ready player spec, whatever fucking jumbo gym jam you want to call it, 120. It's like fucking hell. Why don't you just release what? Why is there two specs of shirts?
Oh
I
my
don't. I
god.
really don't understand it. Surely, if you're buying a shirt, you want it to be what you're seeing players wear. So why don't you just release one spec and put it? I was going to say 90 quid, but even I find that astronomical. So
Surely as well, just making one shirt and making one product, and that is it, and buying one is cheaper than
yeah,
engineering, going through and just basically building the shirt and doing. I mean, I know they can do quick speed quality control because of what they're like, but surely it's got to be cheaper. Just do that, and then maybe keep a lot of blank stuff to then go into like the player spec area where they just do a small change to it, like part of the logo will be different, something like that. Why why the fans get absolutely mugged off
yeah.
is unbelievable. And even, sorry, I just burped into the camera then. Had a really sort of semi-healthy dinner, but we made it naughty for halloumi chips, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
coming
all. I
back.
thought I could taste halloumi chips there.
Should be, mate, with this mic right next to my mouth. Hello, halloumi chips. And I just don't get like when you get your ADV. Let's go with Adidas. So they've got Aero Ready. So that's like your bollocks. Your base like this one here, your standard Real Madrid kit I've got there. Then you've got your Heat Ready. Oh, it's like that's what the players wear, blah blah blah. But it isn't. It's not actually kit
No,
room
no,
spec.
it's not.
So kit room has a numbered size label.
Yeah.
Um, for the teams
Oh,
that
what
obviously
is
qualified
saying that?
do have it.
I don't know if it does anymore because
Really?
someone on Twitter before had a match worn Ahmad Diallo shirt from the must have been either the Newport County game or the Nottingham Forest game in the FA Cup, and it said size small. It wasn't a number, so they might
Wow.
have completely changed that.
Amad Diallo, I know he's tiny but small.
He is small.
He's tiny. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I couldn't see him in a medium.
Unless the players go, they try on
Schmedium.
try on the fours, fives, and sixes and go, no, that's not what I like.
Yeah.
I still
But
thought they had
yeah,
like numbered sizing. Well, at least up until last year they had numbered sizing. But so you'd even guess what I'm saying. So although you're getting sold it as being this is what the players wear, actually it isn't because up until this year maybe they had numbered size kits, didn't they?
they did, yeah. Because Nike
So
obviously had the wash tags, but then on the like player specs, it'd be a printed wash tag, wouldn't it?
yeah, printed on the inside and that'd be that. So that's the other thing. So you're getting, oh, it's the player. No, it's not though. The only
Yeah,
shirt that's never worn is the one you're being sold as player spec.
yeah.
Because
It's
do you remember when Bayern Munich, I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago, some of their players they're playing in the player spec stuff and they didn't like it because it soaked up so much sweat. It was just like that they couldn't handle it. They really didn't like the fabric, so a load of them just started wearing the the Heat Ready stuff instead.
I think United at the start of this season, I think a few of the players had standard spec shirts because the same problem again.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I kind of see where Bayern Munich coming from with that because I have obviously that snakeskin gold United shirt with a certain player on the back, but before that, I wore it to football, and I literally it was drenched in sweat after, and I was like, this shirt's either fake or like the material they've used to make the shirt for a player spec is fucking horrendous because I'm soaked. So maybe it's not as fake as I thought then because if Bayern Munich had the same problem,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's not just me being paranoid. It is just a company's used the shit material for it.
Maybe that is it. I think it is it is a bit of a problem where the only people who lose out, mate. The only people who lose out is fans going out there spending their money. And if you're going to have, they've done it in Italy before, where you've had a third tier, like a fan shirt, like there's Juve ones where they're fully like screen printed from like 96, 97 sort of period. I think they do it a little bit in South America, where they'll have like a real basic shirt because of how much they cost. But the fans are losing out. You know, they're the one. We're the ones get mugged off because you're just not getting it. Why? I mean, Christ, MLS.
Oh yeah,
Jesus, I mean that. I don't think you can have that in the UK. I think you'd end up being done with trading standards. I think
it's a
that's
bit.
why.
It's a. You say that, but you look at some of these international shirts now, like that Germany one, like the difference in on the like the sleeve, like the Germany flag. For people who haven't seen it, like the new Germany Euro 2024 shirt's got like the black, red, and yellow of the German flag, like on the sleeves. But as you go down the level of specs, it kind of dissipates a bit. It looks like that fan shirt is just looks horrendous compared to the Heat Ready.
Like that shirt is disgusting. Like, don't even
Do you
do
not
it
like it?
because no. Well, I hate Team Geist. Team Geist for me. Team Geist Total
Ah.
90. Two worst periods in football shirt design. Like there was one good Team Geist kit, and that's because it involved a headbutt. And there was probably one good Total 90 kit, and that's because it come in a fucking box. Do you know what I mean? Um, I generally I hated it. I hated it. They're trying to push what they could do so far that the shirts actually feel cheap. Like Adidas,
Yeah, I remember the Total 90 shirts not feeling like the best.
they feel cheap. You're putting them on, you're like, what? And everything like falls just horrible. Poor stitching. The materials were just not great. Just so much about them was just bad. And I feel like that's a. I feel it's gone. It looks cheap a little bit. And like even like Nike in the last few years, stuff has looked really cheap. Um, so yeah, I mean shirts. The build quality on shirts. I mean, look at that. I'm just gonna bring up that Real Madrid kit again. That kit's like build on that is unbelievable. It's sewn. It's like fully like printed up. You know, nothing's falling off that. You know, it's just
That doesn't look his
class.
age.
No, it's unbelievable for its age. Absolutely unbelievable. Um, I thought the Hummel been put back on, but it hasn't. It's like the original Hummel on there as well. It's just quality, mate. Like really, really good, and you just can't get like that sort of stuff. Um, I say another kit that's sort of been brought back a little bit this year, so sort of old kit's been redone, or at least themed on. This year's Real Madrid kit, obviously this is the 98,
Yeah.
so it's Adidas' first effort for Real Madrid. Probably still Adidas' best Real Madrid home shirt um, up until this year. There's something about Madrid with like a hint of gold on
Yeah,
that kit. As much as the purple looks good,
it's
like the
gold.
gold and the shine, it's just so leery. I mean, imagine going, we're Real Madrid, we are the Galacticos, let's just have like massive shiny white kits. Let's look $1 million. Let's look.
Stick gold here, there, everywhere as well.
Mate, exactly, yeah. It's just absolutely brilliant. Love this kit. Probably one of, it is my favourite Madrid home kit of all time. Um, as it probably is for quite a few of you. Love this kit. And again, they sort of reimagined that this year. I think on top of that, the whole Jude Bellingham taking Zidane's number 5, having that incredible record this year, the top of the league, it just elevates it. Especially, I don't know how they're viewing him in Europe as much, but sometimes it's that magic combination, isn't it? Can just make
Yeah.
that player at that time. Haaland's City kit last year just elevates a shirt.
We
Do you
don't
know
we
what I
don't
mean?
talk about that on here, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, but but that's sometimes football shirts like can be aesthetically pleasing to like beauties in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Like I find this shirt beautiful, no matter what's happened in it or where the Bremen get relegated in it. I just find it a beautifully good shirt to look at. But then like some shirts, like that Real Madrid shirt this season, it needs maybe that throwback aspect or that player or that moment just to take up those levels.
Yeah. I think that's one thing Madrid sort of suffer with maybe a little bit because it's always Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always that level of kit. That for like when Ronaldo was there, their kits sold really well. And you almost gave them a little bit more attention, especially for that blue sort of digital, sort of I say bluey green digital sort of thing from like, well, I think it was 2016, 17, 2017, 18
Yeah,
sort of time.
yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about. And that shirt had that sort of, there's something about what that was. They had that great, amazing Champions League. Like, I think Zidane had a 3-year lease on that trophy. Do you know what I mean? And it was almost, we had a little bit of something with that. And I think, yeah, that shirt has just been elevated because of those things. That shirt behind you, the team viewer, Ronaldo's return, isn't it?
Ronaldo's return, yeah, against home to Newcastle. Like say with that remake Snowflake, it's a horrendous season really to look back on, but also that the home shirt has the return of Ronaldo linked with it. Obviously, didn't last very long, but when it did, it's basically what every United fan had been asking for 10 years, more than 10 years, because he came back in 2021 and he left in 2009. So yeah, 12 years. Everyone's been asking for it, and then that's the shirt that's going to be associated with it, and obviously also the shit season that happened with it, unfortunately.
Wasn't that your Manchester United's worst season in Premier League history as well? Something stupid like that. Like it wasn't just bad. It was like your worst season ever, but with 3 of the best kits you've had in the Premier League.
Are you speaking like statistically or like
emotionally, and from a God, this is great to watch from a non-Man United fan point of view sort of season. Like,
it's got to be the David Moyes season for that.
Really?
Yeah, because remember season before, champions like ran away with the league pretty much. True. And then the monumental fall off the cliff that happened.
Do you feel that as much as that was David Moyes coming in, do you feel as well Fergie and the board, one, didn't really buy any players for Moisey, and two, like the squad that was left in place had literally come right to the end of its sort of service life, and it was just, he squeezed that season out of Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra, and he walked into a team where he had like, who was it? Was Makeda there at the time, or had he gone? Darren Gibson, was he there?
Darren Gibson would have gone. I would have thought Makeda would have gone, but literally to finish that point you touched upon, Van der Sar had already gone because De Gea was this 2 seasons before. But Evra coming to the end, Ferdinand fucked, Vidic fucked. Scholes had obviously unretired 2 seasons before, then finished the season with Fergie. Giggs fucked. Rooney, what's he doing? Staying, going? A lot of United fans at that time were like pissed off with Rooney, but then he did an interview with Gary Neville on his podcast, and he said like Well, he wanted reassurances because if you think about into when we sold Ronaldo, we got Tevez went as well,
Yeah.
and then we replaced them two with Gabriel Obertan,
Huh.
Antonio Valencia, and Michael Owen. So, as much I think David Moyes got a lot wrong, but he also wasn't helped at all.
Sure, I've got a couple more shirts, but did you want to go through them? Slide it in there.
Yeah, we'll chuck some of these shirts in.
That's all right. Oh yeah, back to shirts then. Snap. Scene 4. England's 2020 kit is a direct descendant, in my opinion, of the Euro.
See, I had the
always think
England.
it's that.
I had that 2020 shirt in my head, but I couldn't picture it. Which I looked at the Euro '96 shirt and I was like, there's similarities, but it's probably just the centralized badges. I looked at the Umbro shirt, the reversible one with the centralized badges. I was like, no, maybe I'm just looking at the centralized badges
Yeah.
a bit too much.
Well, that's for me. That's where that sits. I love this kit. I really did love
I
this
like
England shirt. I love that we got one of the best uses of that template. All the colours work for us. The style of that template, just enough colour difference and stuff. In vaping it, stunning. Like I know it's got that ridiculous weave on it, but it works really well for that kit, in particular. But that for me, the 2000, when it's badged up with the red numbers and lettering, unbelievable. This is probably my own. This one, maybe the 2010, sort of 2011, in between the qualifying shirt with the little cross on the back. This is probably my favourite England home kit. I'd say 96 I love, 98 I love as well, 99, 1990, 82 that we've had up there, 88, 84, all great shirts. But there's just something about this. When I've it on, this shirt is lovely. It's so good. It's so durable. They're cheap as fuck. You shouldn't be paying more than 50 quid for one of them. And there's so many about. Brilliant kit. But that for me is like a direct correlation. And another one recently, sort of a shirt that's been redone a couple of years ago, where Puma basically ripped off Nike but did it really well. It was the
Oh
Dortmund,
yeah,
Dortmund black kit. This is one of my absolute go-to, like wearing out shirts as well, because it's just indestructible. It's all screen printed. It's black. It can take an absolute beating. But how good a job did Puma do with that?
yeah.
Really did.
Shame they decided to stick it in the box, but yeah, they did do a really good job with it.
But that plus like Bellingham or Haaland was just.
Yeah, the old school lettering as well.
Yeah, it just took it to another level, didn't it? It's brilliant work by Puma, to be fair. Really like that. And then this year, I personally don't like what Arsenal have done with it. But this is the the 94 Arsenal home kit, 95 Arsenal home kit. This is the collarless one, as in made collarless, not someone's got the collar and cut it out. So
you and your biro pen cutting it out.
yes, me and my biro, it's for a biro. So on here, the neckline and the neck is seamless all the way around. So the same sewing is on this all the way around. And so basically, because everyone kept cutting the collar out and Ian Wright kept cutting his collar off, Arsenal eventually sold them collarless.
Oh wow!
So there's I think it was it the Garmery or is it Gold or one of the Arsenal stuff collectors? They had one of the club catalogues and actually had collarless shirts for sale as a column. And I've got the collarless home and away. I actually hate this with the collar because it's like you've got a round neck and then you've got a little collar that goes around it. So this year's Adidas job is obviously just completely ripping off all the constant lightning bolts running through it.
Yeah.
But this is and they've done a sort of the 94 base with the gold to do with the Invincibles colourway wedged into it. And I actually can't stand that Arsenal home kit. I love this one though. This is like prime Ian Wright. Love it. Absolutely love that kit. Gorgeous. Brilliant.
Love it. Is that your last one?
That's my last one, mate. That's my last. I thought I'd save mine. rarest and best to last. That's probably one of my most unique kits that I've got.
Yeah,
Just 'cause of that slight
I wasn't
detail
aware.
change.
I wasn't aware that they sold that colorless.
Mate, it was. I'll have to find it. Someone put it in their stories. I screenshotted it and then sent it on, and it was like one of. I'm sure it was Hybrid Gun and JVC had the catalog because he's got pretty much all of it. Shane, and yeah, they basically sold the collarless ones later on because people just kept cutting the collars out to look like Ian Wright.
That is madness.
I love that. Just quick, I see I've got the away one as well up here. It's like, there you go. Not Nike's had a bit of a worse for wear, but yeah, there you go.
I love that shit.
Yeah. Again, collarless as standard. Brilliant. Absolutely love it.
Well, that's 2 fantastic shirts to end on, mate.
There we go.
Have you got anything you want to promote, plug?
Oh, mate, just a bit of shirts, boots on 18th of May in Liverpool, Bootle FC. 2 p.m. kickoff. Football fair starts at 11 o'clock. All comers welcome, completely free entry, and all raising money for Tommy's the Baby charity, as well as Circle 88 sponsoring it and Sam Beast Consulting. Please come down, it'll be a great day out. The best shirt collectors and boot collectors in the world are coming to it. Jesse, House of Colt, is playing for the shirts. Ellis Platten. On the boots, we've got Cam Core, who does a lot of the stuff at Pro Direct, but he's obviously a lot of the guy everyone knows for doing all the free kicks. He's going to be playing for boots. Josh Tossell, LJ Collects. Hopefully, possibly BW Boots will be there as well. And Alex Gildea Trot, who hosts Cop TV, he'll be playing. Shirts wise, some guy called Jake Shirts has snuck in. Al Shaw's in goals coming out from medical retirement to play. So yeah, we've got quite a good.
That leaks. You don't need to say anymore. That's drawn everyone's interest. Peaked there.
Peak. What about yourself, mate? What are you plugging like a sink?
Nothing. I had a good long hard think then. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to plug. I'm going to plug Al's donation link. There we go.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Al Shaw run the London Marathon. Top shout, mate. I like that a lot. There's only comments what reimagined or revisited or redesigned classic that's come out that we didn't talk about that was featured in there. You let us know in the comments, mate. We like to see and interact.
Thank you for watching and listening.